It's a cold Friday in January, and I'm playing hooky to go riding. My good friend Greg's 50th birthday today, and he's been planning on us going riding for over a year. Snow conditions are less than optimal. We had a midweek thaw, and now it's about 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So the snow is rock hard everywhere, a lot of very slippery ice. And so my choice of rides for the day, rather than the usual TXL, is going to be the TXC. I'm picking the TXC for 2 reasons. Number one, cooling. The TXL, it depends on snow spray off the skis to hit the coolers on the running boards, and there just isn't going to be much of that today. And the TXC is a fanner, so that's a huge bonus on a day like today when the snow's rock hard. And then the second thing is TXC's got studs. Ice right now, any place you encounter it is super slippery, rock hard. And then also ripping down the hard packed trails, I feel like the studs maybe help pull up a little bit of snow dust to keep the slides lubed up. TXL, no studs, 1.25 inch track. Those slides would be pretty dry today. So that's what's happening. But first I got a little maintenance to do on the TXC before I leave for this ride. All right, the main issue on the TXC is that the headlight's burned out, but I think that's probably only a symptom. Dennis and Lonnie are telling me the taillights are blinking when I'm out on the trail, so I strongly suspect the voltage regulator is bad. And let me show you. The voltage regulator on this particular sled is tucked up right in here. So I'm going to get that thing changed real quick, and then got an LED headlight I'm going to put it up there. So take you along for the ride. There's the new regulator next to the old. It's got an adapter plate. Of course, there's a little block that spaced that out, which will be used again, makes it all fit up. You can see the connection's a little green. I spent some time scraping the harness side of that, and it's going to go back together with some dielectric grease. All right, so there's the regulator all installed. I had to flip it to the other side just because of the sheer bulk of it. The only complication was to loosen up the choke cable just a bit so I could get at the screws easier. But really, it doesn't get much easier than that. So this is the cheapest LED I could find on Amazon. It's the same as a 5006. They sell them for a lot of Harleys. It's a 5 7/8. It's going to pulse at idle. They always do on a sled because sleds are AC, but it'll be on full solid after that. Just going to get it stuck in there quick. The plug even plugs into the sled, so it's all good. This is for a marker light. I'll just tape it up and ignore it. There's the headlight install. It literally just clips in. Just unclip this wire, pull out the old headlight, put in the new one, clip it in. The bucket was already broke. I'm going with it. I don't have time to change out the bucket today. Did zip tie the wire up there and tape it up like I mentioned, and I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. All right, so most of that flicker is actually just kind of effects of the frames per second of the camera and the light. It's not super flickery even at that low of an idle. This thing's going to be great. So time to go load up and hit the trails. All right, we're here at the destination. Time to meet the birthday boy, and we're going to take a quick look at his sled and Bill's sled. So here's Greg, the birthday boy. What's this you're riding?
It's a 1990 Skidoo Formula Plus 500, limited edition for the Winnipeg 500. They made 149 of them.
So she's a rare race sled.
Yes.
All right, everybody on the channel begging for Skidoo content. How about a Skidoo rare race sled? Pretty cool. All right, my buddy Bill, what are you on today?
Hello everybody, Bill Sparrow here. What I'm going to show you here is it's a restored 1973 Polaris TX. Little shorty windshield, little fabricating here and there. This is all done by Greg Steffen. Awesome guy, great restorer. This thing here, he gutted out the exhaust on it, re-welded it in so it's got a nice little purr to it.
So that's about the end of this video. I didn't do much of the actual ride footage because, as you could probably tell, my camera settings were not quite right. Everything was kind of washed out there. And then on the way home, it was dark. So it was a great time, though. It's always good to ride with your buddies. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let all your old sled buddies know that I've got a vintage sled channel going here. Thanks for watching.